Hello, hope you are well. Tonight I thought we'd do another little tarot reading, see what's going on with the world and you in particular, and just to have a general chat about spooky things that have been going on for me. I'd love to hear about your experiences as well. There's so much going on. I think a lot of people are coming online, that's what I like to call it. So everybody's having lots of different experiences, and thought I could have a chat about all of that. But we'll do a tarot reading and see what's going on, because the world's getting crazy, even more crazy at the moment. So just thought we'll see what we can pick up about that and about you as well, and all. And our little mutual coaching session as well. So before we start, I'd like to say thank you to my subscribers. I'm looking forward to getting new ones. I do have a sister channel called Angelic ASMR with Sarah Curran. So if you love ASMR and you love Reiki healing, it's my own form of Reiki healing given to me by my guides, angels, ET guides, all sorts. Ascended Masters, I'm being reminded as well. Yeah. Please check that out. There'll be a link in the description to that. These videos about chats and tarot readings. So if you haven't subscribed, please do so. And like, share, comment as well, so we can get these videos out to everyone. Okay, so I'm going to start with the Green Witch Oracle, because I just find them really, I just love them. I just love the cards. Love all the herby stuff and the flower remedies, which I do offer as in a healing session. If you do want a healing session with me, private reading, anything like that, spiritual coaching, please contact me. I'll put my email in the description and we can go from there. Okay, so what's going on for us? What's the general theme of this reading, please? Okay. Oh, okay. Clarity. I want two more as well. Okay. Interesting. Still going through this transition at the moment. A lot of us are going through this awakening. There are ways being illuminated. A lot of you are going through transitions in your lives, whether that's work, relationships, whatever. There's definitely a lot of changes. Some of them have been unexpected, shall we say. It's like my life. I never expected to be sitting in front of a camera doing YouTube videos about spiritual stuff and actually telling people what goes on in my wacky life on the spiritual side, with all the physical beings that I see with my physical eyes. I have to say that. You know, I have to warn you when you watch this channel, if you're new, that I actually end up channeling. I can see some strange things. I can be distracted by people around me. This picture here may tap when I say something, and that's my guides, angels, but we'll talk about that in a moment. So that's been a big transition for me. I was a fiction writer, Arabella Kingsley, Asta Steele. You know, that was my thing. I was writing erotic romance as well. All that, you know, all that thing, working for a publisher, everything. No, not that now. This is what they want me to do. And they keep saying that I'm a healer rather than anything else. So here I am doing it, even though I've tried to get away a couple of times, because, you know, when you start these things, you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what the financial situation is going to be like. I still don't know. And it's nerve-wracking. And I think that's been happening for an awful lot of people out there, yourselves. Yeah, a lot going on, a lot of transition, a lot of thoughts. I always say this as a brain. A lot of thoughts going on, a lot of, oh yeah, that song, Should I Stay or Should I Go Now? That one. Going on in the head, a lot of ruminating thoughts. Sorry, same people already. A lot of ruminating thoughts going on. Should I stay? Should I go? Should I do this? Should I do that? What if I do this? Will it go wrong? You know. But there's a lot of luck going on. A lot of guidance. Speaking of erotic romance, I'm actually saying that as a colour and a lead. You're being led to this through this transition. You've got a lot of support through this transition. It's a lot of work. Some people are leaving others, you know, starting new relationships, that kind of thing. I think it's a lot to do with work though, because a lot of people have been leaving their jobs and things, and I've been told, and relationships, because we've all been shown what really matters and how short life is. So you're being told that whatever you're doing, you've got a lot of luck behind you, you've got a lot of credibility, you've got a lot of skill at what you want to do. And if you haven't, you're being led to train again, okay, and go back to school to do that. Okay, life coaches and people like that. A lot of holistic training going on, because people are saying the more spiritual side of life rather than this, you know, capitalistic, monolithic sort of every man for himself kind of thing. We're all supposed to be one, and it's kind of, you know, this transition in the world as a whole, because that can be the world as well, not just brain, is helping us realize that and want to help each other. We're all in this together. That's what we feel to say, and this clarity is coming through about that. That's why people are wanting to leave their jobs, you know, working for the man and being told they don't want to do that anymore. They want to do their own thing, because they realize what gifts you've been shown, what gifts you have, what other, you know, skills that you can put out there, and what other relationships that you're worthy of, you know. And you're having to walk away from toxic people, toxic situations, and having the courage to do that, because it's very scary, but you're being, you know, helped to do that. Yeah, it's almost like everybody's going through a purification process. Getting rid of negative thoughts. I'm saying like a body, and when I do my healing, you know, lots of sludge coming off. And it's almost like a healing tonic. People are being given a healing tonic. What's going on in the world at the moment is really chaotic, really scary, and not very good. It's horrible, but there is some sort of purification to our souls. We're being shown what matters and what doesn't, and that's what it's taught us, and that's helping the world move on, and helping us ascend and go at that next level and be more happy in ourselves and in what we want to do. But it's taking a tremendous amount of courage and facing those fears and having the courage to go through this transition and get that clarity that, you know, it's okay to do this. I've got this, I can do it. Okay, so that's where everybody is at the moment. And I'm going to go with this one. All right, okay, I want this one instead. So, Gods and Titans, I like this. A lot of people are dizzy, off balance. Some of you are dizzy at the moment. Somebody's dizzy. I mean, I get a lot of dizziness with my health condition, but I feel a lot of woozy, not happy, feeling off balance in general. And you've just got to trust the transition. Trust that you're being led. Yeah, Aries, God of War. Keep getting this. Okay, some of you are just ploughing straight into things without thinking, going ahead very fast. You need to give a little bit of thought as to how things are going to go. Do a little bit more planning. You know, talk to your guides, angels, or whoever around you who can help you just get that clarity as to how you're going to do what you're being led to. It's like everybody's got a calling. I don't know if you've seen that program Manifest, but that's what it feels like, getting a calling all the time to do certain things. A lot of psychic gifts coming online, but some are just charging through, and it's too impulsive. It's not given a lot of thought, and it's causing a lot of ructions between people and family members, and it needs a little bit more planning. The financial side does need planning, so just to be aware of that. What else have we got? Yeah, a lot of altruism going on, wanting to help, Prometheus, you know, wanting to help people, and seeing the altruistic side of your nature as a human being, rather than this capitalist money grabbing, you know, which we've all had to be in this society, you know, through no fault of our own, and, you know, a lot of the time, because that's how society is being built, and that's all crumbling and changing now. So to open up, what if you haven't got to this level yet? You will, but you need to start looking at, what other skills have I got? Do I need to be, you know, sitting in this job forever? Of course, you have to do it properly. You have to plan the financial side, everything, and discuss it with your family. Discuss, what can I do that's different? How can I help? And it's like being of service. A lot of light work is coming online, starseeds coming online, people like that, just generally wanting to help rather than sit and, going through the, going on and on and on, chained to the rhythm and getting that Katy Perry song. Yeah, it's a lot of us. And we're having our eyes opened and coming back to this clarity, which is causing all of this transition, purification, amidst a pandemic. I mean, I don't know about you, but in this country, it looks like at some point we're going to be locked down again. This is what I get this information about around the 21st. I keep getting that. But I'm always dubious of spirit timing because it isn't always correct. So, but around that time, and I think that will be, if that happens, that's meaning we need to go in and delve and do some more inner work, shadow work again, so that place can ascend. I'd really like to know more on that if you're willing to give us information. I want one more from here. Jeez, light's bad in here. It's always bad. Oh, my candle. Yeah, inquiry. Well, that's what I've said. Inquiry, isn't it? I don't quite understand why I'm getting that, apart from confirming what I've just said about inquiring. There's a lot of purification to go through. Still, people are still having doubts, and some are lagging behind. Their words, not mine. Yeah, so a lot of people going through inquiry and discovery about themselves, and that's still continuing. It's starting to do things that you never thought you would do, or things that you didn't feel capable of, or things that you wanted to do but you thought you'd never get the chance, the guts, courage, whatever to do. Yeah, and there's a lot of that going on, and if that hasn't started already, in the next 2 to 3 weeks, that's going to happen. It could be something that's said if you're celebrating Christmas over Christmas, a family member. You're going to hear something that somebody says, it's going to trigger it. Or you want to say something. It's going to be triggered by verbal response to something, I'm being told. Okay, and it's going to set off a lot of discovery. It's also going to set off, thinking about toxic relationships. Do I need to be here? How can I make this relationship better? How can I be a better person to my wife, husband, whoever? That kind of thing. What can I do better here? How can we change things up? Okay. Yeah, and there's a lot of protection going on as well from guides and angels while you're doing all these things. You be led properly to where you need to go spiritually, and there is a lot of protection for the world, a lot of healing going on from light workers and people putting light out into there, trying to help the situation with the pandemic and everything else that's going on out there. I mean, there's a war about to start in the Ukraine, that kind of thing. A lot of changes, a lot of things that are, a lot of transition for the world, a lot of, quite frankly, crap to come first, and we're going through it. But we just have to keep the faith and just keep going, keep consistent, and keep, which is something I'm learning. I've had a lot of panics, a lot of disagreements with my guides and angels, which will happen from time to time, because it just feels like sometimes they just don't get it, that the world needs to is running a certain way, and I can't change that. And, why do you want me to do this when I actually needed to do this for finance, for this, that, and the other? But they see the bigger picture. We aren't seeing the bigger picture, and we have to go through this uncomfortable, phase to get to the other end. And if we don't have the courage to do it and just sit in fear, we'll never get anywhere. And it's the same for the world. That's what's going on. It's easy to sit and say that when all this stuff's going on. But I'm just being reminded of a song I used to listen to in the 80s, and it was on last night. We Didn't Start the Fire by Billy Joel. And it's true, but we have to fight it. Yeah, and try and put it out all the time. So, and eventually I'll get that bit easier as we go into the Aquarian age from the Piscean age, which is more about caring about other people and the planet, and just seeing that we are one rather than just all these little different individuals. Not to sound like the Borg on Star Trek, and the collective, but we do belong to the same mold, if you like. We all come from one mold, the universe, and we are connected. So it is about healing the whole, healing all of us. Oh, that one then. Yeah, healing the energy around us as well. Yeah, putting everything into the pot. Light work is, I've been shown like witches, whatever, stirring a cauldron, and it's all of these things that are happening in the world right now are part of a process that's been put in a cauldron. We don't like it. It's cruel. It's horrible in a lot of cases, but it's all been put into a cauldron to create energy. So this healing, it's almost like, it's being purified. All the negativity in the world is being put in a pot and purified, and all of this crap that we've been hiding about ourselves, because society is psychotic, let's be honest, all of that rubbish, and all those injustices and wars, death, whatever, all those feelings that cause those things are coming up to the top to be put in a pot and purified and made into something new, transmuted and made into healing white energy and made into something new. This new, it's all part of this general transition. So you're undergoing I am too, transition, not just in our own personal lives, but as a collective. Okay, I'm gonna get a couple more cards from here. I love these ones, especially great because they're Yule Oracle. Quite apt for this time of year. So, I did my healing video yesterday, and the picture was tapping. It's very quiet today. It's all very quiet in here today because I've been, rowing with my guys. I don't always like where I'm being shown, but once you get there, you sort of get it. It all becomes clear. And they're always, I find that my luck, because I can physically see them, I've seen doctors around me all the time. You are a healer, you are a healer. I haven't got a medical degree, anything like that, but I'm an energy healer. And I heal on different dimensions. I do go into people's, bodies and stuff like that. If you want to know more about that, you can check it out in my previous videos. But I do that, but on a different dimension. As I say, it's explained in my other videos. And that's what they wanted me to do. But I keep harking back to the writing. But that's not correct for me. It's not right. And I get a real buzz out of doing this. But it's because I haven't got the courage and I can't. I'm worried about the future. But we have to trust. I'm not very good at trusting people. So I know. Even in trusting in the divine, I find that difficult. But that's what we have to do, because we're going to get dragged there whether we want it or not. I wasn't going to do a video today. I wasn't going to do anything. I told them this, that and the other. Yet here I am. Because I'm getting stressed out, where's this going? What am I doing? But, okay. Right, I need another one. I don't quite get that. I don't know what you're trying to say with that. Okay, it's about being asked to look at our spirit animals, or totems, to find, to break our routines. Animals, not in all cases, I do believe in individual animals, having their own little personalities, everything. But in a lot of cases, we behave like animals quite often, but we are stuck in routines. And that's why we can't get what we want. We can't move forward. We can't do the things we want to, because we're animals of habit, stuck in our routines. And it's all about, it's also about being courageous. I mean, these animals, this one particular, it lives, in the frozen wastes, with Christmas and what have you, or, in the winter, and has to forage for food, all that kind of stuff, and is at risk from prey all the time. And this is the prey, the hunter. We have to be both. I don't know how to explain this. We have to adapt to both these situations and come out of our routines and take a chance and live life on the edge a little bit more. No, I don't mean, going out and taking a risk with your life or anything stupid like that. That's not what I'm talking about. Or taking risk with finances or anything like that. But we need to live more as nature intended rather than what we're told to do all the time. You must do this, you must do that. We're programmed, from children, and we have to, the ceremony, go back to this, oh she's naked under there, this naked state, take off the veil, take whatever, and go out and be who you were meant to be. The call of nature, the call, the call of the wild, call, of being brave and being, wanting, having a little bit of risk about us to get what we want, as in, and this altruism to pull together to help and create a different world, to create a different perspective and mentality that we can all gain something from. But yeah, it's about being illuminated to who we really are, taking off this veil and just learning to live in harsh conditions and survive in harsh conditions, which we're all learning to do. We've got no choice but to do it. And that's what it's all about, and that, it's about becoming who we really are, not what we've been conditioned to be, and taking those chances, surviving, getting what we want, being of service to the world, answering the call to be who we really are and take that veil off. And, any harsh conditions, realize we've got the survival techniques to do that, mentally, physically, emotionally, and not be conditioned, and to fighting, causing war, whatever, to get what we want. Finding other ways, new ways of getting things, new ways of helping, of doing, and working together as a collective and a whole. I think that's what they want to say. Yeah, exactly. Just made me pull that wholeness. To be together and to be whole. So I think that's the read. Oh, another one. And show affection to each other. Yeah, same in relationships. I always get, being a cohesive whole instead of working individually and coming together for the odd date night or whatever. Actually start functioning as a team, and I'll help you feel whole. Once people realize that we need each other to feel safe, to work together, to achieve things in all sorts of, not just about things like academic achievement, is as in world achievement, whatever, just to achieve this sense of being, a sense of contentment, to be a bit more caring. I've lost my train there, but I hope I'm trying to make myself get on these messages, trying to create this wholeness to ourselves, this contentment. And it's involved in working with others and, as I say, learning to adapt to new conditions. And we have got the skills. We have got everything we need. So, yeah, take action now. Yeah, because it's going to create an abundant world for everyone in all senses of the world, not just money, in all senses of the world. It's going to help the environment as well. If we realize we are one with the world. We are connected to the world. The world's connected. You know, the planet's connected to us. We are connected to nature. Nature is connected to us. Again, this wholeness. And then things will get better for everyone. I'm going to stop giving me goals. Yeah, I think that is that card, isn't it? Yeah, I can't see it. Yeah, it's all about supporting each other. Yeah, supporting, you know, people when they need it. It's supporting the world as a whole, rather than, you know, what financial, political gain am I going to get from this if I support this country or support these people? You know, everybody's in little factions fighting for their own thing, and what we need to do is to come together and get rid of the negativity and dark forces, if you like, that are trying to run the world and trying to keep us squashed. And that's the only way we're going to do it, is through wholeness, through binding together. So, yeah, it's quite a message, and one for me as well. It's working as a whole with my team, and I don't know where I'm going with this. They've got me doing gem essences and all sorts of things I never thought I would do. I love my crystals. I love I do a lot of healing with candles, like this one. I heal with a candle. So my own symbols, and it's just, I never expected. I've always had, you know, psychic gifts and stuff, but I never expected to be using it. I thought I was meant to be a writer. So don't be worried if suddenly, everything's changing or things are being removed from your world. It's easier to say don't worry, because when I got my divorce, I had everything taken from me. Everything. I am still I'm still being in shell shock, and now it's that cycle has ended, and I'm slowly coming out, but trusting people again after all that, very, very difficult for me. So I understand, but it's doing it in steps, small steps, yeah, and you'll see that eventually things will come level again. We've got to get that balance back, yeah, and to trust. And that's what's happening to the world as a whole at the moment. And as I say, we need to bind together, see what's important, see what isn't, and get rid of it. Okay, I hope that's been helpful. I'm going to end it there. I will see you next time. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Please like, share, comment, let me know what's going on for you. If you'd like to check out my healing videos on my SMR channel, I'll leave a link in the description. If you'd like a healing session, if you'd like a private reading, which I do by video, private video on YouTube, or can do Zoom healing. I'll do a Zoom healing, and which will involve a reading. Let me know. Yeah. And take care of yourselves, and I shall see you next time. Good night.